Hello, everyone. This is Sean, aka Mittens the Mighty on Twitter, and welcome to the second episode of our Artist Talking Artist podcast. And it's just me today, no co-host, but I do have a very special guest, Dean.
Dean.
Or Lenny Carl on
Lenny Carl.
Yeah, so I know you're a graphic designer, so tell us what you're all about, man.
I've actually been going to college for English. That's what I'm getting my bachelor's degree in right now. And the thing is, I tried to pick up an art minor here, but I'm one class short of it. But I'm still pretty proud of a lot of the things I've done. So as soon as I graduate, I'm gonna go pursue art. I'm just gonna apply to every private school I can, try and get a bachelor's. Hopefully one day I can be a storyboard artist on a show, because that's the main thing I've tried to practice in the past year, emulating any style I can. I know that's a valuable thing.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I definitely noticed from a lot of the art you post online is that you have a very distinct style, but you can definitely correlate it to some other styles that exist out there.
Yeah, I think that is a thing. Even though I'm emulating, you can tell. I think a lot of it's in the eyes. I do a lot of oval shaped eyes.
I think the way you draw the faces is probably the most distinct style. The biggest thing about your style is that's the biggest distinction I've always seen in your style. So you draw faces. I've never seen anything. But when I see your hair, it reminds me a lot of the Loud House.
Yeah, the Loud House, I think it's kind of it's been unintentionally working its way into my style. I think if everybody compares my art to the Loud House, which I'm not really complaining about, because I think the Loud House's art style is I think it's visually appealing. I think it's one of the strongest points of the Loud House.
It definitely is one of the strongest things about Loud House, is that it's not over the top art style. One thing I like is fairly simplistic art styles.
Yeah, you know what else is strong about the Loud House?
What?
Chris Savino's dick.
Okay, no. God damn it.
No. Shoot, I'm sorry. Okay, how much am I allowed to curse on this podcast? I should have asked.
Considering I have my niece around.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry.
Just try not to say it so loud.
Okay, I'm gonna remember that. No, yeah. Did you hear about that shit though? I'm sorry. Did you hear about that stuff?
No, I've heard about it, and I thought it was terrible. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. I don't really That's a crying shame. I thought he had some talent. I know a lot of people wanted to kind of crap on him because he was at the helm of a lot of the crummier seasons of Powerpuff Girls and stuff. But even looking back, I think people took those seasons for granted because seasons 5 and 6 of Powerpuff Girls.
I definitely find it. Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because a lot of people say that those aren't great seasons, and yeah, that's kind of true. But at the same time, I think when he made the Loud House, it was definitely more in his element. So I think that's why that show turned out as well as it did. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm also gonna say I'm gonna wager. I think he was talented. I want to say they put him in charge. Well, I don't know if he was in charge, but he did a lot after Craig left. And it's everyone hates those seasons, but it's have you seen the new Powerpuff Girls?
The thing is, I don't have cable, so
so you don't know about.
No, I know of it. I know they had a scene where they were on psychedelics or some shit, and they were twerking.
Yeah, honestly. That's the worst offender of the whole show is the twerking, but if you actually sit and watch the show, it is boring.
But
and I'm sorry to say it so bluntly like this, but that Powerpuff Girls reboot, like anyone who wants to complain about seasons 5 and 6 of the original Powerpuff Girls, I implore you to actually sit and watch this reboot of the Powerpuff Girls, because it is so incredibly boring. Like, I don't even mean any ill will to anyone working on the show, because, like, I know they got some talent on the show. It's just
no, and it's weird.
It's like they're aiming it at 3-year-olds or something.
No, but it's weird because you bring up the fact that they were like bad seasons of like the original Powerpuff Girls one. But like as I was watching it when I was younger and the ones were still like coming out with new episodes from the original one, I can't remember a single episode really ever being bad.
Dude, like, yeah, like, I'll admit, I didn't even watch it growing up. Powerpuff Girls is one of those cartoons, like, you know, if, like, my mom or dad would catch me watching, or, like, you know, they'd make fun of me or something, so I'd, like, it was a girly show or something, so I just didn't watch it. But I watched it when I made it to college, and I liked it a lot, actually. I might buy the full series on DVD.
I would recommend it. I would also recommend picking up the entire... This is completely off topic, but I would also recommend buying the complete set of the Scott Pilgrim novels, because those things are fucking great.
Oh, well. I'm way ahead of you there. I just picked up the whole series.
Dude, isn't it great?
I haven't got to read it. I'm probably going to read it over the summer. I haven't got to do any reading lately, because I've been really busy, but... When summer rolls around, I'm going to read it.
It's weird because I own pretty much every book that he's put out by himself.
Oh, yeah. Pick up those Snot Girl comics?
No, because I haven't picked up Snot Girl comics because I'm waiting for an omnibus to come out. Because I don't like picking up individual issues.
I'd rather... They don't have, like, a volume yet?
No. All of them are, like, I think it's like a monthly comic. But, like, eventually I do want to pick up... I want to pick them up, but I want to buy them and make... I don't want to buy them like at a used comic book store, because I want to make sure my money goes to the creators.
Yeah. No, yeah, I buy all my comics new. Like, my favorite ones are the Zim comics.
Yeah, those are also by Oni Press.
Yeah, I love... Like, honestly, like, going back, like... I still obviously really, really love the show, but, like, I've been reading the comics, and I don't know if I like them more than the show, but I think the humor, like, it appeals to me a little more now than the humor of the show, because, like...
it's because, like, a lot of those jokes were made for an older audience, and we get them now. It's kind of like Animaniacs. We find it a lot funnier now, because we get the jokes that they were talking about.
Well, even as a kid, though, like, I picked, like, Animaniacs was subtle. Zim was not subtle, like, at all.
Well, Zim was also super dark. But
yeah, like, it was very in your face.
But, like, Vasquez, like, his work before that was on Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. So it's not too surprising that his stuff would be a bit racy.
Oh, yeah. It's just surprising that Nick would have greenlit it at all.
No, but the fact that he was able to get away with so much, kind of like says that was the generation of Nick where you could of Nickelodeon when you can do weird things like that. Same thing with like Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. You hear about John Kay?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear about him? Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, there's a couple of girls came out. I think one of them was Katie Wright.
Oh god, something like that is always happening, isn't it?
Yeah, it was even... I'm going to say it was even worse than Chris Savino. I'm not sure what the details were with him, but with John Kay, like, he apparently... Like, I don't want to go into details, because I don't...
No,
I don't want to turn this into the sexual harasser podcast.
No, it's definitely not going to be. It's definitely not going to be that. But like, it's really sad how this happens, because like a lot of this stuff is happening like after their fame.
Yeah, like a lot of people looked up to John Kay. Like, I mean, we all knew he was a jackass, but
And there was a retro gamer YouTuber, because I like followed the retro gaming community on YouTube, and his name was Juwario.
Oh, Juwario, yeah, I heard about that.
He was on RetroWare TV, and from like what everyone used to say, he was like such a super nice guy. But it's kind of...
I just knew him from Channel Awesome. Right, he was on Channel Awesome.
Yeah, but he would make like videos about like imports and like cool import machines and stuff you could buy for video games and stuff.
Yeah.
And like he had a huge following in the retro gaming community.
Right, I remember. I had a friend who really liked him.
And
like back in 2012. And like, didn't he commit suicide back then or something?
Yeah, and everyone was depressed about it. Like even if you didn't know who he was. Like suicide is a terrible thing, no matter who it happens to.
Yeah. No, it was sad. But I do know they did. Like I heard about this Channel Awesome thing. I remember like they had somebody who wanted to do a tribute video for him, and the website was like, "No, nobody's gonna watch your video. We're just gonna let Doug do the video." And it's like, what?
No, but it's funny.
I thought that was
But the messed up thing is the shit he did that was recently discovered.
Yeah, I mean it's all freaking crummy.
Like like when you brought that up with Mr. K, I was like, damn, dude, like this has happened with everyone.
Yeah.
And it's really scary. It's like, as an art student, as a graphic design student, obviously you've seen my character designs. I want to be a cartoonist.
Yeah.
But like, with all this crazy stuff happening, you don't know it's kind of sometimes hard to tell what's truth and what's fiction, you know?
Yeah, you never know.
So it's like, it's worrisome, man.
Yeah, I mean, since we're bringing it all up, did you ever watch Clarence?
I watched a few episodes of Clarence, and I was like...
Did you hear about... Yeah, the creator of that show, he was kind of crazy too, apparently.
But they, like... But, like, sometimes, weirdly, it shows in their work, but we don't notice it at the time.
Yeah, a little bit. I know Chris Vino, his whole thing, a lot of people used to laugh about him because he made, like, before he made The Loud House, he had a comic. I think it was about a rabbit or something, or a cat, I can't remember, but the character itself was like, a lot of people thought maybe it was a projection of Savino's own weird, degenerate issues, because the character apparently was like sexually attracted to his own mother.
That's fucking weird. Okay, enough of this.
Yeah, it's really weird. So, yeah, I think anyone who read his old comics was not as surprised when word got out.
Yeah, and it's strange how, but going back to the industry, I think, how do you think that the industry can be saved? Like, as an artist and an aspiring cartoonist, like, for someone who wants to work in the cartoon industry, how do you think it can be saved?
You mean, like, from the sexual harassment side?
Well, no, just, like, in general.
In general?
Because when you look about it, a lot of these good cartoons are coming to an end, you know?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff coming out. I mean, there's a lot of things ending, but if you look on the horizon, we've got Disney. They've got a new show in the pipeline called Owl House, and I have faith in that, because that's like, it's gonna be like a horror adventure comedy thing, it looks cool, like, in Cartoon Network.
One thing I will say is I definitely appreciate that, like, cartoons are taking a more mature tone, and they're not treating kids like idiots anymore.
It's 50-50. I mean, I think there's still plenty of dumb cartoons, but with it, we get more risk.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, Cartoon Network, they were doing that for a while. Like, Cartoon Network was the one taking all the risks, but now, like, it kind of feels like they're going soft on us. Like, I hate to be that guy, but I'm afraid they've given into like angry parents. Like, I know whenever they got Spencer Rothbell on the Pizza Party podcast, like, they brought it up to him. They asked him, like, why are cartoons, like, not doing quite as much, like, up the radar dodgy humor? And he said it was, like, we basically have DVR to think. It's, like, it's easier to pinpoint when there's inappropriate content so parents can complain about it. And, like, that's probably, like, why we got, like, in the new Powerpuff Girls, they got rid of Miss Bellum because, like, ooh, man, we don't want to have a character who could be deemed sexy on a children's program. We wouldn't want that.
That's the problem. Is like a lot of people have that like the world is super censored nowadays. Like, ironically, if you go on the internet, there is no censorship. But like if you go, I think that's why a lot of people are doing like webcomics and webtoons now. It's because there isn't as much censorship and you have more freedom of expression, which is really what art is about in general. This is freedom of expression.
Yeah, and Cartoon Network used to be like more about that, but somewhere around like 2014 it like stopped. 2014, 2015.
Yeah,
around the time they started airing Teen Titans Go 100 million times a week.
I could never get behind Teen Titans Go.
I don't even hate it. Like, I think...
No, I don't hate it, but, like, I could never really enjoy it because I was like, I know what these characters are capable of.
I don't know. I mean, I used to be that way, like, at first. Because, like, I was just like, man, they're all kind of jerks to each other. But, like, then... Like, the way I thought about it, like, they did an episode. Like, this was the breaking point where I got really mad. And I had to think about it because, like,
Can I guess what the episode was?
Yeah, guess what happened.
Was it the episode where they actually showed off the original Teen Titans and they're like, man, this is so cool?
No, that wasn't the one. The April Fool's Day one, basically, it was just them being jerks to each other the whole time. Like, they were playing quote-unquote pranks on each other. So, like... The prank would be like Robin would tap Beast Boy on the shoulder and he'd be like, April Fools! And he would just beat him to death with his staff for like a solid 30 seconds.
So, in general, they were just being malicious to be malicious.
Completely malicious. Like, the other one, it was like, they all told Robin, they were like, Robin, dude, your parents are here. They're right behind that door. And he's like, really? Mom, Dad? And he runs into the room, and it's just like, it's a bunch of tape, and he gets stuck to the wall like a spider web. And they're all laughing at him while he's fucking sobbing.
Oh my god, that is terrible.
And, like, it was terrible, but like, and it did make me mad the first time I watched it. But then I realized, I took a step back, and I realized, I'm like, if this was Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I would be laughing my ass off. Like, I don't think it's fair to just be like, oh, well, they used to be heroes. It's because they're like...
That is so sad.
It's a different interpretation.
Like, I guess that's a different interpretation, but I know that apparently the original series is coming back, like they're giving a season, the final season.
You see, alright, no, we never got word that there's a final season. They said we would see the characters again sometime. I looked into that. It's not an actual 6th season.
No, so I don't know. A lot of people were asking, like, the voice of Beast Boy, what is it, Greg Sipes?
Yeah, he did confirm.
He said pretty much. So I found it weird because people are assuming that that's another season.
Yeah, well, I mean it could be, but we don't know. This is what I'd like to think. I think we're going to see them in the Teen Titans Go movie. Dude, alright. I thought that trailer was hilarious.
No, I thought the trailer was hilarious, but I would hate to see them bring them back in that way.
I mean, that's my personal, like...
I thought the trailer was funny because one thing that I can say about like one thing I will say about Teen Titans Go is it's super self-aware and it works in its favor.
No, yeah, like the humor, it's like it's gonna be like Lego Batman. Because like when we saw Lego Batman, like they kind of like they took the piss out of DC, like, but it's made by DC, so it's like they're being self-aware. Like Batman takes a crack at Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Which
is I found funny. He's like, oh, what are you gonna do? Get a group of bad guys to save the day? That'd be stupid. It's like stuff like that. We already saw that in the trailer. They're like, oh, everyone gets a movie. Even Green Lantern got a movie. And it's like, but we don't talk about that one. It's
I love how Alfred gets a movie.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I'd watch the Alfred movie.
No, because he's fucking badass. He can fight.
I'm just saying, like, I think Teen Titans cool. Teen Titans Go is kind of cool in that, like, they do take the piss out of themselves. Like, they know...
That's something you have to respect. Like, I don't think I said that I hated Teen Titans Go. I just don't appreciate it as much. And
yeah, like, I can get that too.
But what I can appreciate is the fact that they are willing to take jokes. And anyone who takes, like, the mysterious Mr. Enter, I don't know if you know who that is, but, like, I think he takes, like, it's weird that I'm saying this considering I want to be a cartoonist, but I think he takes it a bit too seriously sometimes.
Yeah, that's my thing with him. Like, I still watch him. It's mostly a habit at this point, but, like, when I first found him, I thought he was, like, exaggerating. Like, I thought he was, like, playing a character, you know, like the angry video game nerd or something.
No, but that's not a character. That's actually him.
Yeah, he gets genuinely mad, and, like, it's like, dude, it's just a joke, okay? SpongeBob SquarePants. Like, I am 100% on board, you know? Season 6 is shit, but if you're gonna, like, go on a screaming temper tantrum over SpongeBob Season 6, like, you gotta... Go read a book or something. Like, I think it's cool to have discussions because it's like SpongeBob. They have some bad episodes. But
yeah,
that's the big thing. Like he would go on these long rants, like Patrick Star. He said that he what was it? He was like, oh, yeah, Patrick. Like there was this episode. I think it was like season 6, and Patrick's like, "You can't always respect my usual brand of stupidity. I like to mix it up, keep you on your toes."
Okay.
And like, I actually thought that was kind of funny. Like,
no,
I didn't think it was that funny. He got mad.
No, but I agree. I didn't think it was terrible. I was like, yeah, Patrick's an idiot.
Yeah.
But like, he's aware he's an idiot.
Yeah, like, and he got so mad. He's like, so Patrick knew the whole time he was being an idiot. And it's like, okay, I mean,
Patrick has always known that he was an idiot.
It's just a one-off joke. Like, who cares? Like, if he was acting like it changed the whole series' perspective for him, and it's like, okay, I mean, like, okay, like there's other jokes too. Like there was this joke in like season 3 where Patrick's like, the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Like
basically saying that like, not even he knows what he thinks.
Yeah, but like, but he's using big words.
Yeah.
As if it's smart, but like that doesn't canonically make him smart. It's just a one-off gag.
Yeah.
So like, there's no point in getting like super pissed about one-off gag, in my opinion.
Definitely.
And that's what Mr. Ender does. Like he gets mad at like one-off jokes.
It's just, this is crazy, like how uptight people can get about it.
Little bit.
Like, has he ever reviewed an episode of Supergirl? Because I don't even want to know what his opinion would be on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I
don't think he's ever actually reviewed an episode. I think he may have brought it up. I think he reviewed an episode of Mr. Pickles, and he may have mentioned Supergirl, but
the thing with Supergirl is like, I'm not gonna say it's innocently funny. It's just funny. the way it works.
Yeah, the animation is what I keep coming back to. Like
the animation is like so, like it's so shaky, and that's awesome because it shows like a good amount of like, what's the word? Oh, like it seems organic in a way.
Oh, it is because like if I recall, because I got a DVD of season 2, and it came with a bunch of special features. If I recall correctly, it's animated in Flash, but it's like it's not like they move the characters like you know, like My Little Pony or Rick and Morty, where they kind of like they're animated with puppets, kind of in Flash. Like they don't do that in Super J. Like they animate them like frame by frame a lot of the time.
It's traditional animation.
Yeah, it's traditional. Like it's done digitally, but like they get different scenes are animated by different people. Like within the same episode, you might get like 20 different animators animating every different shot. That's why it's so rough. I mean, it's so crazy. Like I love it.
But like, I don't know. What's his name? Jackknife?
Yeah, Jackknife.
I always felt bad for him. Like, yeah, he keeps getting himself in these situations, but I keep feeling bad for him.
I mean, he's a criminal.
No, but like that one time when he was in the park and he saw a kid playing with his toys, and then you see like his childhood.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That broke my heart, man.
That is true. Yeah, Super Jail did kind of have like maybe I don't know. I wouldn't call it like deep or whatever. Like a lot of people would say, but like it did have like
it had its moments.
Yeah, or like you'd be like, okay, that's why that character's like that, or whatever. And there's a little more to it.
And like I know I'm not supposed to feel bad for the bad guy, but I'm like, damn, dude, no, that's like it shows you why he got to that point.
Yeah, well, they had it for other characters too, like the warden. Like he was abused by his dad, and
no, that's like, the show can be like the show's really funny, but it's also super dark sometimes, and not dark with like the violence, but like dark with its tone.
Yeah, I was surprised. Alice too. Like they like. It's funny because like she's kind of played off as a joke, but like they also explored. I remember they showed you like, oh, Alice was originally a man, and like she transitioned so she could like fall like cause, like she fell in love with her superior or whatever, but he was basically just a jackass, and it turned out he was gay and he didn't care about her, but then she found herself, and it was like, okay, good on you guys. Y'all are like, it's like trans advocacy, but like they're also making jokes about it. So it's like, but it's not like they're jokes at her expense. It's just that she's kind of a goofy character like everyone else.
Yeah.
It's like very like, I don't know. It's like such a brutal show, but like they do a lot with the characters that you wouldn't expect
from a show like that. But like that,
yeah, at least from a show like that.
But that goes to show you like the brilliance of how brilliant that show really is, you know.
Yeah.
And it's funny because since we brought up Super Joe, the first video I ever saw by you was your audition, the voices, and I know you won that, didn't you?
I did. I got that laptop case, and I got the season 2 DVD. That's where I got it. But the laptop case I'm especially happy with because I think you could just buy them on Adult Swim Shop, but like they shut down AdultSwimShop.com. So now everything on that site, like if you owned anything that was an Adult Swim Shop exclusive, like it's basically a sought-out collectible now. So like I saw that laptop case go for like $200 on eBay the last time I even saw it pop up.
Like one thing I will say is when I bought the Ramona Flowers figure that I have.
Oh yeah. That thing went up. That was crazy.
It went up in price, and because I pre-ordered it the day, like the second pre-orders went up is when I bought it. Because they had an exclusive version that you could only get the first week.
Yeah, I remember that. I felt like, shit, I never got it.
Yeah. I think I'm the one who told you about it. Like the week of.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think I had money at the time, though. Or I would have probably bought it myself.
Yeah, but it took 2 years for the figure to finally be sent out.
Oh, man.
But because it took so long, they released a special pin, like a commemorative pin, that you only got if you pre-ordered it. So like
it's also probably high quality too, right?
Yeah, but
like high quality.
But as soon as like Mondo released that information, the regular edition of the Ramona Flowers figure sold out immediately.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And like now because of that, the pin itself, which was, keep in mind, originally a free pin, now goes for like I think it goes for like $60 on eBay.
Yeah.
For just the pin. And
that's the way everything is with Scott Pilgrim. Like they have like it gets such limited merchandise that like it all goes up. Like I remember they had like some plushes or something that go for like $60 a pop, and I really wanted them, but never got them. And the video game, you know about that video game?
I have it on my PS3.
You're gonna hold on to that.
No, it's weird because I got it because GameStop was still selling codes for it.
Yeah.
So if you if you buy the code, you can access the game through the store.
That's good at least.
That's how I got the game.
But I know the creator, like, he wants it to get re-released. Like, he was on Twitter. He went on Twitter saying he was trying to get it re-released. But he's got to jump through, like, a million hoops. And it sucks so much. It's just, like, is anything Scott Pilgrim related just doomed to be hard to get a hold of?
Except for the Blu-ray DVD.
Except for the Blu-ray. Dude, actually, that was the funny thing. The Scott Pilgrim Blu-ray was actually the first Blu-ray I ever bought because at the time I had a laptop with a disc drive. Mm-hmm. My new one doesn't have a disc drive, but at the time I was like it only played DVDs. So I got really excited because I found out there was a program. It was like a Blu-ray player, and I downloaded it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to play Blu-rays on my laptop. And I put it in, and it wouldn't play Blu-rays. And I was so mad, and I just gave the Blu-ray to my friend. I should probably buy it again now that I actually own a Blu-ray player.
Oh, dude, that sucks. I just checked online to see if like you could still get the code for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah.
No, they completely removed it. Are you serious? I was lucky when I got it. And
oh my, you're not fooling.
So there is literally no way of getting that game now.
What even is like their deal? Like, do they not want money?
No, it's because
I mean, it
was a great game, but the game was not to promote the comic book. It was to promote the movie, and because the movie did so badly. And the game was owned by Universal.
But, like, the thing I don't get, like, they were releasing DLC for it, well after it came out. Like, it was, like, 2014, I think.
And I was lucky.
DLC pack.
Because when I bought my code, I got all the DLC with the game.
Yeah, well, it's like, you're gonna, like, why even bother supporting the game if you're gonna, like, discontinue it in a couple months? Like, it felt like such a tease.
I also don't think that the Blu-ray and DVD sold very well.
Really? I thought it like only sold well because of the Blu-ray and DVD.
No.
Like I thought it did better on home media than the actual cinema.
Because people watched. No, it did terrible in the cinema as well. But it's funny because like a lot of people who watched the movie then went to the books. Realized that the movie wasn't as good as they thought it was.
Really? I loved the movie.
No, I still I adored the movie when I first watched it. But like after reading the books, there's a lot of characters and a lot of characterization that they didn't put in the movie, and I understand why they didn't do that. But because it lacks some things like that, I don't appreciate it as much as I did before. Because I know how good the books are now.
I'll read the books and I'll get back to you and let you know if I agree with you there.
No,
but I will tell you right now. I bet you right now, the comics don't have that Seinfeld gag.
Of course I'm not gonna have the Seinfeld gag.
Remember that Seinfeld bit?
No.
Like he just comes in and it's like, girl.
No, when I saw that bit, I was like, this is amazing. That's awesome. But
like, what even, like, was their motivation for that?
I don't know. I think
probably, like, one of my favorite jokes in the movie, besides the ending with Mega Scott, where they just go out for brunch or whatever.
One character that I will say is ironic when one of the evil exes is, like, Todd Ingram, because in the movie, he's just an idiot. He's not even that bad of a guy. He's just a moron. But, like, if you look at the actual comic book, he's an idiot and he's an asshole. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Like, but the thing is, like, with Kim Pine, so much more to her character than what was in the movie.
Which one was Kim? Was she the redhead? Yeah, okay.
So much more to her. She, in the books, she actually smiled. She was actually kind of a decent person. But, like, not to say that she wasn't a decent person in the movie, but she really was a one-note character in the movie.
Well, I also gotta ask, like, was the 7 Evil Exes thing, like, was that the plot throughout the whole series of books?
That was the plot throughout the entire series of books.
Okay.
But, like, a lot of
I guess that makes sense, because I was thinking, like, they really are, like, trying to cover, like, 6 whole books in one movie.
Yeah,
so.
and the books were being developed with the movie side by side. Like, the first 2 books...
Oh, yeah, didn't the books, like, not even finish before the movie was finished filming or something?
Yeah, when the movie first started, only the first 2 books were out. That's why if you watch the movie, it's so... Oh, no. It was the first... I think it was the first 3 books were out by then. And that's why, like, if you read the first 3 books of the novel and then you watch the movie, you're like, okay, that was super close. Like, almost a perfect adaptation. But then, like, later on in the movie, it completely trails off.
That makes sense. It's still pretty cool though. Like, my favorite thing about it in general is the cinematography. Like,
it's like Brian Lee O'Malley, the creator of the, like, a lot of people said it was not a good movie compared to the books, but like Brian Lee O'Malley in the commentary, he fucking loved it. He thought it was great.
I mean, yeah, like, if you just look at it, like, even if you ignore that it's an adaptation, because, like, when I first saw it, I was in high school. And, like, I don't even think I knew it was a comic series.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah, it was like 2010,
Because I was in high school when that was coming out. And I think it may have been my sophomore year when Scott Pilgrim was coming out. Because I remember getting a PS3 that year. But...
Yeah, I think it was like 2010. I think it's been like 8 years.
It's fucking crazy, man. I can't believe it.
Sure.
I can't believe it's been 8 years since Scott Pilgrim.
Right?
And the movie still is amazing, they say. Like, the cinematography is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, like, I forget the guy who directed it, but, like, I saw one of his other movies.
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright, yeah. Did you see the one, it was Baby Driver?
No, I haven't seen it.
That one? Yeah, I think that was the same director, and, like, you can really tell, like, it's not, like, exactly the same as Scott Pilgrim, but, like, in the climax, like, it has, like, a lot of those crazy shots and colors and shit.
Yeah, definitely.
I really like his style. I think you couldn't get anyone else to do something like that.
He's a very out-of-the-box kind of thinker when it comes to directing his films. And I think that's definitely super beneficial to his work. It definitely shows in his work.
Yeah, he's like a less pretentious Wes Anderson.
But, yeah, it's fucking great how, like, out there he is when it comes to his, like, movies and stuff. Like, Shaun of the Dead is hilarious. Hot
Yeah,
Fuzz Hot Fuzz was also hilarious.
I didn't see that one.
And it's funny because like every time I read the Scott Pilgrim books, you know how sometimes when you read like a graphic novel or something, you hear the voices in your head.
Yeah.
Always Michael Cera's voice, but like all the other characters, all the other actors, no, I don't match any of their voices with the characters. Because like Scott Pilgrim was the one actor. I mean, Michael Cera was the only actor who I think did the greatest job in that entire film. Because it's one of the few times where he played himself and it fit perfectly.
Yeah. No, I really do. Like when I see Michael Cera, like I just think Scott Pilgrim, and when I see Scott Pilgrim, I think Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Like, I can hardly see it.
And it worked amazingly well. And you look at it and you're like, damn, they nailed it. Say what you will about it. Say what you will about him about like as a person, but like he made an amazing Scott Pilgrim. And he was
did, yeah.
And he was also hilarious. And he was also hilarious. And This Is the End. Only because he played a character who is completely unlike him in real life. He's a complete asshole. And from what I've seen in interviews, it's usually people being assholes to him. What?
Was that where like they were like...
It was the world ending?
Like it was the world ending, but it was like a bunch of like bros, like party guys and shit. Yeah, I never got to finish that movie.
And it had like
half of it.
And it had like Seth Rogen in it. And I also love Michael Cera and Juno.
I'm just never like. I think my thing is like I just never really cared about Seth Rogen movies. Like,
yeah, but
in general.
But like, Juno isn't a Seth Rogen movie.
Oh, Juno, yeah.
Juno was great. Ellen Page, I love her.
Yeah.
I think she's awesome.
I just like that, like, I don't even know. I know it's like a little overplayed now. It's kind of like a hipster thing, but like Juno, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, was it like improvised or something? Like,
Juno,
it's got like this Napoleon Dynamite like feel to it, but like it's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, because it's like teenage angst.
Yeah,
stuff like that. But like, I thought it was a great. I thought Juno was great. I loved Ellen Page in it. I thought she was adorable.
Yeah.
But going on to the next topic, like, obviously you are into video games. You're into the old school video games.
I'm not as much of a gamer as some people, but I like video games a little bit.
Probably not as much as me, because I have like over 27 game consoles.
Oh my god.
And over
not that much.
And over 300, but I'm also a collector.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I would be a collector of games, but I'm already knee deep in like action figures, comic books, and plush toys. I don't need more game consoles.
The thing is, I have too many hobbies, and like I'm really into. I collect comic books too, and like obviously I like collect anime DVDs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't collect anime DVDs, but when a Western cartoon
comes
gets
out,
a DVD or Blu-ray,
oh my god,
yeah, like bet your ass I hopped on.
You have to buy it.
I have to. I mean,
you don't really have a choice at that point.
I know a lot of like, because I know anime gets like a lot of DVDs and Blu-rays, whereas when it comes to Western cartoons, like we don't get seasons right away. They're like, oh, here's 8 random episodes of Adventure Time. It's like they released like 5 of those things.
I thought Adventure Time. I thought the seasons of Adventure Time came out fairly quickly.
It took them like 2 or 3 years before we got season 1.
Really?
Yeah, same with Steven Universe. Like, we're on season 5 right now, and they just released season 1.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not even kidding you. Like, and Steven didn't even get a Blu-ray. Like, Adventure Time was getting Blu-rays.
maybe it's
until season 6.
I don't know.
And they stopped.
I think it's because like Steven Universe's popularity has definitely grown in the past few years.
Yeah.
Because like it's definitely drawn in the anime crowd a lot.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, because like almost every anime YouTuber I know has watched quite a bit of Steven Universe and is usually a fan of it.
Yeah.
But that's because like, it's also super anime.
Yeah, it takes influence from a lot of anime.
But like I remember I used to watch Steven Universe. I used to watch it, and like I keep up with like when some new shit happens. But like because I'm working on projects right now, it's kind of tough to dedicate any other. Does it make any sense?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, also in general, there's the schedule of Steven Universe. I mean,
and I don't have cable, so
they air like an episode. Like they'll be like, oh, here's 4 episodes, and then they vanish for like 5 fucking months, and then they give you another 4, and then they'll vanish for like another month or 2, and then you get 2. Like,
I know that today.
And it's not just Steven though. They've been doing it with every show. Like everything that's not Teen Titans Go, they've been treating like this.
Yeah, I know that apparently they announced that Rick and Morty is getting 70 more episodes today.
Yeah, I did see that. At first I thought it was a joke of Justin Roiland just being like, oh, 70 episodes, guys, but no, supposedly it's serious. Which
is a good thing.
Yeah, because this means they can just jump on the next season.
Yeah.
And like know that like, okay, we don't have to worry about not getting renewed, so they can have like more ongoing plots instead of whatever the fuck happened with Beth in season 3.
Yeah, but
it's like the most anticlimactic
since we're
line ever.
Since we're a bit past, since we're a little over half of the podcast already, I want to go over a few things with you, with like questions and stuff.
Alright, yeah, lay it on me.
My first question is, what got you interested in illustration?
Illustration? When I was younger, it was just like, a lot of it was like Mad Magazine and Ren and Stimpy and stuff, because, I don't know, I was just really into gross shit when I was a kid, so.
Oh, I know. I've seen Dean Comics.
But yeah, like, I kind of, like, grew out of that, because, like, when I went to college, like, that shit, people would laugh at it in high school, but, like, when I came to college, everyone was, like, looking at them, they're like, why are you drawing this? This isn't funny. And, like, I kind of did take a step back, and I was like, man, these are kind of stupid. And, like, I think, like, at that time, I was, like, trying to get in the theater, and I don't think I was going to let go of drawing, but, like, I was done making comics, and I was like, okay, I'm going to be a theater guy now. And the theater major did not work out, and Adventure Time came along. Well, actually, no, Adventure Time didn't come along. Adventure Time was always around, and, like, I used to, like, just blindly hate on it. I was one of those 90s kids, like, there were never any good cartoons ever since the 90s.
Okay,
like the classic.
We both know that that's just not true.
No, it's not true. But like, I was ignoring Adventure Time for the longest time until they did. They did the Simon and Marcy episode, and I caught it by chance. And I was like,
and you were just like, holy shit, this is a lot deeper.
Yeah, no, it blew my mind. It did something I never knew a cartoon could do. And from that point, I just started, like, I hopped on everything. Like, I was like, oh, well, if Adventure Time's good, what if regular show's good? And I watched regular show, and I'm like, shit, that's cool. What about Bob's Burgers? And I loved Bob's Burgers. Amazing World of Gumball. Like, I started loving it all. Gravity Falls was another good one. But basically, it was Adventure Time. Like, I was really moving away from cartoons. Like, I was just, like, not caring anymore. Because I was just, like, so full of myself thinking cartoons were never good anymore.
But do you think like going into college and everyone's reaction to your cartoons may have had an effect on it? On your stance at cartoons?
I think that was a little bit too. Yeah, like, because I was like, at that point, like I would just say, like, some of the comics I made, like, towards the end of high school, like, I was actually starting, like, they were looking pretty good. Like, you could almost imagine them in a Mad magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And I was putting a lot of work into them. And people just weren't finding them funny anymore. And I was like, well, shit, nobody likes my work anymore.
I mean, I always kind of enjoyed your work. But, like, I think I necessarily didn't enjoy it for the gross out humor. I mostly enjoyed it because it seemed like you were really expressing yourself.
I was, yeah, at the time, like, that's just how I was. Like, I was really into the gross shit.
They're like, you had a comic. I hadn't had a comic yet. I was planning out one for the longest time, and then you had one, and I was like, but at least this guy has one. I don't.
My thing, too, like, I wasn't, like, because I've been taking a step back recently, too, and, like, I never really created characters or anything. It was just, like, I was stealing other characters and just making them, like, grotesque versions of themselves.
The amount of hate that you gave Raven.
Oh, yeah, Raven. Just, I don't know why I did that. Elmo was another one. I just, like, I had Tickle Me Elmo was a character. And, like, the whole thing with that is, like, my brother and I, when we were kids, like, we used to just, like, relentlessly make fun of Elmo. And, like, it lasted into high school. Like, we thought we were being edgy. Like, man, isn't Elmo so stupid? Like, so, like, I'd always draw Elmo, like...
So you would just basically be like stupid kids. You would basically be like, man, this is so funny. Elmo sucks.
Yeah, like, it started in middle school when I was doing that. And by the time I reached high school, like, I don't think it was like that anymore. But, like, I had already established everything. Like, the whole thing was just, like, Sonic is an irritable jackass, and Elmo's a dumbass. And they're basically just Ren and Stimpy ripoffs.
Oh my god.
Sonic and Elmo skins.
And Bert and Ernie.
Yeah, Bert and Ernie.
Oh
my god, yeah. I don't...
Whenever I saw your comics, I was like, he's saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really...
It was
a lot of that shit, it was just me being stupid. I would like to make more comics. I've been drawing a lot of more, like, original characters now. Like, I don't post a lot of them on social media because they're not as, like...
No, obviously.
A lot of them are just sketches. Like, it's not as fun as my fan art.
But, like, you've seen my character designs before.
Yeah, like, you got a cute style.
Most of my stuff is overly cute, I think.
I don't think that's bad, though. I mean...
Like, no, it's definitely appealing. I think my art style is definitely appealing to the eye.
Yeah, like, much more so than the gross shit I used to do.
No, but, like, your art style in general was, like, always kind of cute. It just... You could do weird, fucked up shit with it, you know?
Yeah.
Which, in a way, is super commendable. The fact that you were able to transcend that style and make it so weird. Which I guess a lot of people might be like, you're fucking weird for saying that. But I'm like, it's not really being weird. It's really just like pointing out he did something that I don't think most people can do.
That's true. I think it did help me too. Like, because a lot of it was me, like, playing around with the characters and, like, just completely disregarding the models.
Yeah.
But, like, now I try to draw everything on model. Right. And I do think, like, as much as I kind of cringe looking at my old comics, they've really helped me artistically.
They helped you get to the point where you are now, which is, like, super important.
So I'm happy I made them.
And, like, I think a lot of people, just by looking at your comics, could tell what you were really into at the time.
Yeah.
like, I can tell right away that you've seen my YouTube videos, and I think you've always said that you've enjoyed them.
Yeah.
But that's like because I do a lot of Sega stuff.
Yeah, I like Sega.
Like, dude, Sega is...
I remember you made like a... I think you did like a Saturn video or something.
Yeah, it was a Saturn video.
I thought that was cool.
I'm thinking...
Saturn.
I'm definitely thinking about, like, I have a lot more games for the Saturn than I did back then. I think I had like 3 games for the Saturn at the time. But, like, I have a lot of, like... I have like over 20 Sega Saturn games at this point. Quite a few of them are Japanese imports, actually. And I have Sonic R, but it's Sega Saturn. And I actually, it's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah, that was a guilty pleasure of mine growing up too. Like the Sega Saturn, it was always like a mystery to me because I never owned one. Like, and like I played Sonic R like on the GameCube when they re-released it. So like the fact that you have a Saturn, that's like really cool to me. It's like I don't know anyone who owns a Saturn.
And like I was this close to picking up a Sega Nomad.
Nomad. Which one was that?
It was the portable Sega Genesis that played the actual cards. I was so
I completely forgot about that.
I almost bought it, but when it didn't have the battery pack, but I wasn't planning on using batteries with it anyway. I was just gonna plug it up to the wall and play it that way. Plus, it's a great collector's item. But guess what?
I'd imagine.
The AC adapter was loose. So it was barely working condition.
Wait, for the Nomad you were gonna buy?
Yeah. And those are extremely rare and extremely uncommon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, yeah, that's something, like, I think people even talk about less than the Saturn.
So I was super upset about that.
Yeah, that does kind of suck.
Because it was I'm not going into that right now. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But, like, I definitely would have picked it up that day had it been in that condition. I could have bought the battery pack on eBay at some point. But, like, I still do plan on picking one up from eBay eventually. But, like, that was super disappointing. And it had, like, and it was modded with a new LCD screen. So the picture was super clear. I was so angry.
Man, that reminds me, like, I had, not like, okay, this is gonna sound crazy, it's like a somewhat similar experience. I remember when I was a kid, my parents bought me, like, Sonic 2 on the Game Gear.
I still have a Game Gear.
Yeah, I never owned one. Like, they thought it was a Game Boy game, and I thought it was a Game Boy game too. And I kept trying to shove it into my Game Boy.
You didn't realize that it said Sega?
Well, we didn't know, because, like, at the time, I think Sonic was already doing games. Like, you know, you could get Sonic Adventure 2 on the GameCube, or, like, Sonic Advance on the Game Boy Advance.
If I'm being honest...
So, like, at that point in my life, like, I had mostly just known Sonic
as a Nintendo thing.
Yeah, like, most of my life I spent with Sonic on the GameCube. So, like, I was like, well, why can't I play this Game Boy game?
Did you never have a Genesis?
I did have a Genesis. That was actually the very first thing I ever had. My pop gave it to me when I was in, like, kindergarten. Like, when I was in kindergarten also, that was, like, 2000, I think. So, like... So I think, I want to say Sonic Adventure 2 came out on GameCube just like 1 year later. So even though I had the Genesis, like, Sonic was still like a Nintendo thing, like kind of in my mind.
Like it was a Nintendo character, basically.
Yeah, kind of, like in my mind. Like I knew it was Sega, but like I always just thought he was buddy-buddy with Nintendo, like
the thing is, like I remember, because my brother got it on the Dreamcast, because we had a Dreamcast back in the day. And I still have the Dreamcast that we got at launch.
Oh, that's so cool.
But like it barely works, and I have a second Dreamcast, which works just fine, so I play that. But yeah, I remember seeing Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure, the first one, when that came out launch day. And I was like, Sonic games can't get better than this.
And then Sonic Adventure 2 came out.
Obviously, I was completely wrong. But, like, no, when I saw the Dreamcast for the first time at the gameplay, I was like, games will never look this good. Can never look any better than this.
Oh, man. You know, I do gotta wonder, like, how good are video games gonna get?
No, like, and I still hold that the Dreamcast still has some of the best games ever made. It's just that not a lot of people bought a Dreamcast. So not a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a shame too. Like,
same with the Sega Saturn. I think the Sega Saturn has a lot of amazing games. A lot of people just aren't able to play.
Yeah, like I always wanted to play Nights into Dreams. Like I always thought that looked cool.
The thing is, like, Nights into Dreams has been released on my things now. Like, it was released on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. It was released on Steam.
That's why, like, I've always been a Nintendo guy, so those are still kind of foreign to me.
Yeah, but, like, they had Nights Return to Dreams for the Nintendo Wii.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
And I remember that being at least somewhat decent.
My main exposure to Nights was always Sonic, like when you play Sonic Adventure, like they had like a Nights-themed casino table.
Dude, yes. I remember when I first, like because my brothers had a Sega Saturn when it was still relevant. And I remember seeing them playing Nights. I could never play it because I was too young, obviously. And I was like 4 years old when the Sega Saturn came out.
Yeah.
Because I was born in 92, and the Sega Saturn came out in 95, so I may have been like 3 years old actually.
Oh, wow.
But I remember seeing it for the first time. I remember the most useless things, like I can't remember anything really useful in life. But like whenever it comes like video games, like I can remember the day we got the Nintendo 64 and shit. And the weird thing is, we got the games for the 64 before we actually had a 64.
Hey, I'd consider doing that with a Switch. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Actually, I already have Sonic Mania for the Switch, and I don't even own the Switch yet.
No, but it's funny because when we got the games, I was like, they were playing the Sega Saturn, and I was like, why aren't they playing these games? But it didn't. My mind wouldn't process the fact that we hadn't got the console yet. So I would just read the manuals, and I remember the first two games that we got were Mortal Kombat Trilogy and Mario 64.
Mario 64.
And Mario 64 was the same as when I first saw the Dreamcast. I was like, games aren't going to get any better than this. It's over. Guys.
You're never gonna top it. We peaked.
We peaked.
Mario 64 was actually the one, like, I didn't grow up with that one. I grew up with Sunshine. So, like...
But that was, like, because you were, like, the GameCube era.
Yeah, like, I grew up with Sunshine, and, like, I actually downloaded Mario 64 on my Wii U Virtual Console, and I try to play it, and I just can't. Like, I was so used to Sunshine and Beyond that, like, 64 is, like, just a little too primitive for me. Like, in comparison.
Yeah, but, like...
I understand the value, though.
But, like, Odyssey is amazing. Because I have a Switch. I bought myself one for Christmas. And I got Sonic Forces and I got Odyssey. I love both games, but Odyssey is obviously the better one.
Odyssey is the one. Like, my brother is the one who has a Switch. I don't have a Switch. So, like, if I ever want to play, I gotta ask him.
Yeah, and the thing is, you would have to use your download code. You got a download code for Sonic Forces, right? For Sonic Mania?
No, yeah, you see, the thing is, my brother, he bought Sonic Forces and Mania, like, first thing when he got a Switch. But like, the thing, they released, like, a special edition of Sonic Mania.
Yeah,
that came with, like, a statue of
Did you
Sonic
buy that?
Sega Genesis. Huh?
You have that?
No, he bought it, and he gave me the code, because he already bought Sonic Mania on the Switch.
Oh.
Like, he bought it digitally, but then he also bought the special edition. So we had 2 copies of Mania. And that motherfucker, he's gonna buy Sonic Mania again when they release it in Plus. And I'm like, but they're gonna release that stuff as DLC. You can just get that. And he's like, well, you know, I want that physical copy of the game that comes with a reversible thing. So Sega, those bastards, they know.
No.
And fans like my brother are gonna buy that game.
And fans like me.
Yeah, no, like, and I can't even get mad at him because like they keep giving him more reasons to buy the game again.
No, but
like I can't even argue with it.
I
got the free game out of it.
But I bought the game on Steam, so I didn't buy it on console.
So you never got all the special edition stuff.
But I'm planning. But I want to buy. I want to buy Plus, and I saw this trailer where it said Amy Rose reveal trailer for.
It's fake.
No, but it broke my heart because I felt so bad for Amy.
Yeah. Didn't she like stand outside?
No, I went on a bit of a rant on Twitter. Not gonna lie.
Do I follow you on Twitter? I don't know if I do.
But like when I saw it, I was like, no, poor Amy. I just want to hug her because like her original design is so adorable.
Hey, you know, I love the chaotics too. Like, where's Amy and the chaotics?
I mean, it's cool.
Y'all could load them up.
I mean, it's cool that we finally have like Mighty and Ray in like an actual Sonic game. That's really cool. But
yeah, like I'm down with that.
But like, I just think that like if they had Amy Rose in it, like the sprite exists from Sonic CD. It's not like they couldn't use that. But like,
what's your Twitter handle? I'm looking it up now.
It's the same as my Skype.
Okay.
But it's funny because, you know, I love Sonic, obviously. I'm gonna get, you know, the new Sonic game when it comes out. I'm really excited. No, I'm excited for Sonic Mania Plus to have a physical copy because I don't like buying the games digitally. I like getting physical copies of it.
Yeah,
that's why I sold my copy of Street Fighter V so that I can get the arcade version of Street Fighter V because that has all the DLC on
it. Yeah. Dude, yeah, physical releases, like, they're the best. Because you still have them, like when it comes to digital releases, like, my big thing, digital releases are what's keeping me from selling my Wii U. Because I have, like, 50 games on here from, like, the virtual console on the eShop. And, like, it's pretty much given my Wii U, like, life.
Yeah.
It's like the Wii U is so obsolete, but they have like so many games in the virtual console. Like I mostly just used it as an all-in-one. So like, remember when you saw my SNES controller?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not actually playing on an SNES. I'm playing on my Wii U, but I'm playing SNES games on my Wii U.
Oh. I was about to say. Wait, but that looks like an official. That looks like an official SNES controller. So did you buy an adapter?
No. Okay, this is what happened. Remember the SNES Classic?
Yeah. You have one?
No. That's the thing. I don't actually have one. I didn't want to buy one because I already have basically all the games I would want to play on the Super Nintendo. I already downloaded them on the Wii U.
So you just bought the controller?
Actually, no. That's the even crazier thing. I looked it up and I saw that you could use it with the Wii U, and then I found out they don't actually sell the SNES mini controllers on their own. They did it with the NES Mini. You could buy the controllers on their own, but they didn't do that with the SNES Mini. So, like, I actually talked to a friend who bought it. I got lucky. I have a friend who bought the SNES Mini, and I asked him, I'm like, hey, how much do you care about multiplayer? And he's like, I care, like, 0% about the multiplayer. And I'm like, would you mind me buying a controller off of you? And he's like, sure. So I lucked out. Like it just plugs right into your Wii remote.
Yeah, because it's the controller port, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I don't know why they didn't just sell these like this. Like, it's the ideal way to play the Virtual Console. Like I was honestly on the verge of buying an SNES Mini, but there's really no point when I already own all the games on the Wii U
that you're gonna want to play.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it'd really be a waste of money.
Yeah, like.
Oh, did you find my Twitter?
No, actually, I was just. Hold on, let me come back.
The funny thing is, you look at the name of my character, Mittens, and you would think she'd be a cat based on that name alone.
Yeah.
But I just think that Mittens. What?
Is it all one word, or?
No, it's separated.
Okay.
So I have another question for you.
What's the other question?
What studio would you want to work for? As far as animation studios.
Just Turner. I don't want to do Cartoon Network.
You wouldn't want to do them?
Cartoon Network.
Oh, you'd want to do Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
Hey, you might have the next OKKL, which I've been watching recently, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah, I love it. Okay, I found you. I don't know why. I was trying to find Mittens the all. Oh, okay.
What?
I know what I did wrong. Oh my.
Don't they follow you?
I don't know if you want to follow it. I don't do that stuff.
I'm no snob, man.
Huh?
I'm no snob.
You just, if I see something I like, I retweet it, and sometimes it's not the best.
Sometimes it's a bit risque.
Sometimes it is. I have a warning in my description. So sometimes I retweet NSFW shit.
Hey, dude, I don't judge.
Alright, as long as you're cool with that, yeah, I think I just followed you. So.
And I think
if you wanted to follow back, just know what you're in for.
You're a friend, so of course I'm gonna follow back.
Yeah, I like your art stuff.
Yeah, I think I have some art on there that not even you've seen yet.
Probably, yeah, like your banner.
Yeah, that's probably one of the greatest pictures I've ever drawn with my tablet.
I like it. I think I'm gonna buy a tablet, because all the art that I post, like the digital stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I do all that with my index finger on a touchscreen laptop.
Dude, I don't want to believe that.
It's hell. No, yeah, if you go to my Twitter, like the pinned tweet, like it's got the art versus art, like all that shit. It's
What I find funny about some people is that you saw the Mittens running away, didn't you?
Yeah, you showed me that one. That was cute.
Like, what do you like? What do you like about the design of Mittens specifically? The fact that she's just a stuffed toy, essentially.
Yeah, kind of. I think that's original. I think that's cute.
But the funny thing, you know how she has a pet snail named Juan Pablo?
Yeah, the little Hugger of Doom.
Yeah, that's not the first Juan that's existed.
You have another one, of a character?
No, because, the joke is, once in a while, in the third comic that I'm gonna write, Juan gets carried off by a bird.
Oh my god.
And Mittens, because she has the mind of a child, doesn't exactly understand what happened. So she's like, okay, he's just going on a vacation.
So it's like Snowballs the cat.
Yeah. So covers, which is her side.
Do you have like a place you post like your actual finished comics? Like,
no, because a lot of my comics, like, I want to eventually get them published. But but Mittens is going to be a webcomic.
All right. Yeah, well, keep me updated on that.
Well, if you're on my Twitter, you're going to be updated regardless.
All right. Well, I'm on Twitter a lot, so I'll probably see it then.
But, like, Mittens is probably one of my... Ironically, like, you've seen my character designs, and they can get a lot more complex than Mittens. But, like, ironically, Mittens is my proudest accomplishment.
I think that she's, like... I think she fits the style the most. Like, you've taken your style and, like...
Made it overly cute.
Yeah, like, you've capitalized on your style.
Yeah.
So, like, even though she's not the most complex, like, it's not necessarily complexities that make a character here. It's how well you can use your own artistic strengths. And I think Mittens is the culmination of your artistic strengths. Even though she's simplistic.
But the thing with Mittens is she has for such a simple design, from what I've told you, she has a lot of personality.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, every time she moves, she squeaks like a dog toy.
Yeah, I thought that was cute.
So one of the jokes with her is that like she sees a big mean dog coming towards her, so she just acts like a normal toy, and she gets carried off by mistake. But like obviously she's going to survive because she's Mittens, and Mittens is like great. And I would never kill off Mittens because it's kind of sad and it would make me cry, you know?
Yeah.
But like, the joke with her is like the dog sniffs her, licks her face, and then when the dog starts sitting around, you just see her go. And then the dog turns back around, grabs her with his teeth, and just cuddles with her.
So cute.
And she's like, no! Because, like, she thinks she's a lot bigger than she is.
Wait, how old is she?
She's a stuffed toy, so she really doesn't have age. But, like, if I had to guess her personality, she's basically like a 4-year-old.
So she's like a literal stuffed toy.
Yeah.
Okay, I always thought it was like she's light a stuffed toy. That's original. You don't see much of that.
But like another joke with her is like, I think I told you this. Her mittens turn into boxing gloves.
Yeah.
So whenever she like takes someone down bigger than her, the comic usually ends with her getting punted. And you just hear a loud squeak as she flies off.
Maybe it'd be fun to see as like an animated thing.
I'm just saying, one day it maybe Cartoon Network will pick it up for shorts. And I don't know. I feel like if I did that, I want to get someone to narrate it.
Yeah,
I would want I would want the narrator to be completely fully aware of how ridiculous Mittens can be.
Who would you want to get to voice the narrator? Like, I'm picturing Tom Kenny.
That would be pretty amazing.
Like, I honestly don't know who else you could get to be a narrator.
I think DiMaggio would be pretty hilarious too.
John?
Yeah, John DiMaggio.
Yeah, he could work. I could see it.
No, but I want Mittens to actually interact with the narrator.
That'd be kind of funny.
So, like, every time the narrator starts speaking, she just looks up, confused.
She'd be the only one who could, like, hear the narrator.
Yeah. And then there was one time when Juan 3 gets kidnapped, gets taken away by a bird, and her only reason for chasing after it is that Juan already signed a 3-year contract with her, so he's not allowed to quit. Completely unaware that Juan 3 was about to die.
So naive.
And the first Juan that she had didn't even last very long. She literally picked it up, showed it to Covers, and then a bird came down and swooped in and took it away.
Oh my god.
And then guess what?
Oh, so like what?
She literally just looked at the bird that out of her hands, and then the next thing is you see her trying to find another snail.
What? So like, what's the context? Like the world she lives in?
She basically lives in our world.
Is she like owned by someone, or is it just like she just like does she have an origin story or anything? Like how she was created and given life, or? I mean, she doesn't have to. I'm just curious. Thought about any of that?
Basically, she was owned by a little girl who unfortunately passed away, and like her mentality kind of transferred into the toy.
Huh.
So
that's actually really interesting.
So the toy is actually her getting a second life.
Well, I did not know all of that. That's actually really interesting.
Well, it's been in the back of my head, but like I haven't told anyone yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so okay, I'm not like, am I treading spoiler territory or anything?
No, but like now everyone knows, and I'm like, I don't care because, you know, Mittens is probably one of the proudest creations, and I want people to embrace Mittens as a character, you know?
No, yeah, I think that with the story, it's definitely gonna attract.
And the thing is like, Covers was part of the little girl's imagination and kind of takes shape because of that.
Wait, what was it?
Her sidekick Covers.
Oh,
the other bunny girl.
The other one who's in the background
was kind of like her imaginary friend when the little girl was alive.
That's really cool.
And
yeah.
Covers kind of takes the role as a guardian over Mittens.
Well, I'll be damned.
So it's a lot deeper than just like a comedy one.
Oh yeah, I mean it is still funny, but you really, yeah. I was not expecting all of that.
But like, that's why Mittens is at heart a child.
That's cool. You can really, you do things with that.
And like one thing with
I look forward to more Mittens.
It's great hearing someone say, I look forward to more Mittens.
I do.
But the thing is, like, Mittens is actually connected to my other main comic, which I don't mind going into a bit of spoiler territory, because the little girl existed in my main comic that I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
And then she became what is now known as Mittens.
So it's like a spin-off, kind of?
No, it's her own story, like her own after-death story.
Well, I mean, like, if she existed in the other continuity, though, like, and it's focusing on her, like, that's kind of like a spin-off.
It's a spin-off, essentially. But, like, you don't, throughout the entire thing, like, if people don't listen to this, then they're not gonna know. Because it's never revealed that she is the same character.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to tell you what's the name of the character or anything like that. You'll find out, and once you see it, you'll be like, damn. That's how it happened. And you'd be like, fuck, man.
Yeah, that's really cool. I actually like all the thought you put into this stuff.
I put a lot of thought into everything I do.
Have you gone to, like,
convention.
Did you ever go to like college or anything for art?
Yeah, I'm still.
What college did you attend?
No, I'm still in college. I had to take a few breaks because I moved, and then I kind of go to the college I was going to anymore.
What school are you at right now?
Seminole State College.
Huh.
Yeah. It's not
what programs are you taking? Like,
I'm taking digital media.
Focusing on, like
digital.
So you're learning Photoshop and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the good shit.
The thing is, with drawing, I'm completely self-taught.
You taken any drawing courses at all, or?
I've taken like life drawing.
Yeah, I probably need something like that.
But like most of my character designs and most of the stuff are just like a big inspiration for me is Scott Pilgrim.
I can tell.
So like I looked at Scott Pilgrim and I was like, hey, that Ramona's kind of cute. I like her design.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but that Kim though.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of self-taught too, and like, I need to learn more though. Like,
another question is that what do you find is the hardest thing to draw for a character, like when you're drawing them? Because for me, it's the hair.
I don't know if hair is the hardest for me. I think it would be hands. It's always hands.
Hands is tough for everyone, but hands is a skill in itself, completely separate from drawing. But like drawing hair and drawing the face, like the shape of the face sometimes, like how often do you draw?
How often do I draw? I try to draw often enough. I mean, I've been taking art classes for the past year, so I used to be like, I draw mostly doodles and notebooks, but now, the past year, like I've been going at that same doodle rate, but at the same time, I've been doing a lot bigger projects. So I do at least like one or two big, projects that I consider big a month. So like either an oil painting, self-portrait, digital piece. Like I try to do at least one or two big projects a month, and in between those, I'm doodling a lot.
Yeah. Do you ever find yourself being your harshest critic? Because like for me,
yeah.
Like whenever you compliment my art, I'm like, what are you seeing that I'm not saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, like I did. I do think I'm a little hard on myself, but it's because I understand that like if I'm not gonna improve, and like I'm not at a place where I'm very happy right now. Because like I can do cartoons, but I feel like if I'm gonna get a job in the industry, like I gotta do realism and stuff too. Like,
life drawing is, even if you're drawing cartoons, like this is something that I want anyone who listens to this to understand as an art major, is that life drawing is super important because it's fundamentals and you need to learn those in order to be an accomplished artist.
I do. I took a drawing one here at the university I'm attending, and it did me wonders. And I wanted to take drawing too, but it directly conflicted with another class that I needed. So I didn't get that, and I'm graduating. But I'm gonna apply around. I've got a whole list of schools that I'm gonna look into.
You know what they say? Your education never really stops.
No, it does not. Look. Also, I didn't realize how late it was.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should.
I'll give you like. Go ahead.
I think we're just gonna do the outro because there are some stuff I want to show you before you have to go.
All right.
So, Dean, thank you so much for being on the podcast, man.
Yeah, it was really awesome being on here.
Where can people find you? Like if they want to check out your stuff.
Well, I've been doing my YouTube channel. I'm trying to take that off. If people want to look up Lenny Carl on YouTube, I do a lot of cartoon shit, reviews, toys. I do toys because I collect a lot of toys.
Yep.
So if you want that, find me on Twitter. I'm Warden Dean. So like the warden from Super Jail, but also Dean.
I'm definitely gonna post the. I'm never gonna post like stuff, like links to your channels and stuff.
All right. Well, thanks for the promotion.
Dude, of course. Also, I want to say something. I promised my friend who was gonna be here but couldn't that I would promote his stuff real quick. So yeah, he's actually a film student, and he does like his own amateur films, and he's doing a sequel to his film, The Reptile, called Reptile v. Codra. So look out for that when that comes out.
What's his? Does he have a YouTube?
Yeah, I'll give you your YouTube stuff. It's the Shizzo Network. It's really. I'll send you a link. But
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely he's really into like making retro gaming. If you like my videos, you'll definitely like his. Because his video definitely has a lot higher production value.
I dig it.
But yeah. Thank you everyone who listened to this podcast. I hope it was as entertaining for you as I'm sure it was entertaining for us. You are all awesome, and yeah. Stay tuned for the next one.
I dig it. See you guys.
Later.